Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today I'm working on this little project here that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's making a small wreath for down in my bathroom to match my little vases that I made the other day with the nautical rope. So I wanted something small. It's a really small space down there, so I'm going to be using one of these, what are they, 8-inch wreath forms from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 of these in a pack. And I'm going to be using this jute cord that I got. This I picked up at Walmart, and I don't remember how much. I think it was 3 something. It might have been 4. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But you get a lot. You get a pound of it. So I'm not quite sure how long this is or anything. But I've used this quite often, and you know, you can get a lot of use out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this whole thing with this jute cord. And then I'm going to make these interchangeable decorations so I can pop them off for different holidays and things, and then just change them that way because, you know, I just don't have the space to save a ton of different kinds of wreaths. So I figure this will work out good. So to get this started, I'm just going to take the jute string and then I split it. It has 4 different strands to it. So I split it in 2s, and then from the bottom I'm going to bring it up. And I'm just going to tie a knot in here. That's all we're going to do. Just give it a good knot. Now this will get hidden underneath the string, so you won't see any of the knots when it's done. And just cut that off. And now you're going to need to take a piece, whatever you feel comfortable length working with. I'm not going to make this one really long because I just want to show you guys how I stop and start when I run out. But anyway, you're just going to take that and then just start wrapping it. And that's all you're going to do. And then this knot is going to end up inside the cord, so you're not going to see it at all. So we're just going to keep wrapping this around. And this is something you could do while, you know, sitting watching TV or whatever, because it does take a little bit of time to do this. And you want to pull it tight, but not too tight because you don't want to bend these and get them out of shape. So I'm just going to keep wrapping them around, and then just make sure you have them pushed tight together, so there's no spaces in between that you can see through. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. And then when you get down to where, you know, you're getting to the end of your thing, you're just going to split the end open into the 2 sections like we did when we started. And then from the bottom again, you're going to push it through, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. If I can get a hold of them here. There we go. And then just pull that snug and then just put another knot in it. It's just that easy peasy. If my fingers want to cooperate. There we go. So let me make this knot here real quick. And once again, just cut it off. And then that will kind of push it down to the other side, and then just tuck it in your inside here. As best you can. And then you just grab your next piece when you run out of that. That's why I do much longer pieces, but I just wanted to show you guys how to start and stop from another piece. I'm just going to take another one here and knot it. That one off, and then just push it down. I'm just going to do a little piece here to show you guys that you're not going to see any of your knots when you're done. Whoops, I started that from the wrong end. Alright, get that in there. There we go. And then you just keep wrapping. And then when you're finished, you won't see any of the knots on this side, and you won't see any of the knots on that side. It'll just be nice and smooth, and you just keep doing that all the way around until you get almost done. Now when you get to, like, you know, the section here and you got this all covered, you want to put on a string here so you'll be able to hang this when you're done. And what I did with the other one is I just hooked it to this little section here, and I put it closest to the center, And I just made a loop until I finished and decided how long I want it to be. So then you can cut it off and size it however, low you want it to hang. So I just put that on there until I'm finished. And then just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. And then, when you get down to the end, here's one that I finished. I have my loop here. It's going to look kind of like this. But then when you get to the very, very end, you're not going to be able to tie it. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting this off right about here. And then you can see where it's, split, where this is going to fit down into. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on each side of these strings. My little trusty finger protector here. And then you're just going to pull it down and then just push that right into that hot glue. And that'll hide your end, and you can't even see where it ended. So that is it. That is how you make the wreath. So now we're going to make decorations for this. Now I'm going to do, the first one I'm going to do here is for Valentine's Day. I have some other ones that I already made so I can show you guys. You're going to need some Velcro. This was the only color I had. I don't know if I haven't even seen brown. I don't know if you can find it, but you're not going to see it anyway. It's going to be underneath your decorations. So I'm going to be using that green. And then I made this little bunch of roses. And this stuff, this is all from the Dollar Tree. And this stuff they're calling gypso. And then I just used these little roses from the Dollar Tree. And I'll show you how I put those together. And then on the back, I just add a piece of the Velcro. So on this side, I'm going to use like the really, the difference. The one part of the Velcro is kind of more smooth, and this is kind of like the bumpy stuff. So just make sure you put the same kind on your wreath that you want to do, and that you put the opposite kind, like the smooth kind, on your decorations so they'll stick. So I'm going to be using this kind on the backs of all of the, or on the wreath rather, to hook onto the back of all of these. I'm not quite sure how big I want them yet. The decorations are kind of large, so, and then I need one on the top to hold my bows that I'm going to put on here. So I think I'm going to attach this Velcro right up here on top, just with some hot glue. I'm going to put that one right there because that's where all my bows will be attached. So that'll be right there. And then for this one I made, these are those wooden hearts. They're little like wooden ornaments from the Dollar Tree. And all I did for this was I got a piece of Valentine paper out of one of my paper books from the Michaels that I had. Actually, this was the Valentine one that they had out last year, I believe. And I just turned it over, traced it out, and glued it on here, and then I attached the fuzzy side of the Velcro on that side, so that's going to go on there, and these little flowers are going to go on there. And then I'm going to make myself a bow for this one. I think all the bows I made were different. Now for this one I cut out a 14-inch piece. This is ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and it's, what is it? This is the 2.5 inch wide, and it's wired. So I'm just going to fold that in half. How I always make my little cheating bows here. And then glue that right on that fold line. Let me lay it down here so I get it even. There we go. On that fold line, and then I'm just going to bring it over and glue this side down. Just like so. And that will be my bow. And now for the little loop I want to put around the center, I want this a little bit more narrow, so I'm just going to fold this over like that and glue it down. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on here. Glue that down. It's so windy outside today. I don't even know if you guys can hear it. If you hear things banging around, it's because it is crazy windy today. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just put a little bit of glue along this edge and fold it over. Just because I didn't want it quite as, the same width as the bow. So you're just going to end up with that, and this will be the front side. So then you just take your little bow And I just kind of like to squish it all together to get the this piece glued onto the back. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here to get it started, and put this on right back here. This will be the back, and hopefully I have it even. I think that looks pretty good. And then I am just going to wrap this around, and that is it. That is the only kind of bow I'm going to be putting on this one. Now you could make a fancier bow if you wanted to, or, you know, have the tails that hang down or whatever, but this wreath is just kind of tiny, and I really didn't want to put all that much stuff on it. So I'm just going to hook that down in the back. A little trusty finger protector here. These are a great invention. These are the ones from the Dollar Tree if you have a Crafter's Square section at your Dollar Tree. And then you can just puff that back up, because we got all that wire inside. And then on the back here, I'm going to take a little piece of my smooth Velcro and just glue that on the back of the bow. Like so. Oops. And then after we get it on there, then we can fluff our bow back up, but I'm going to wait until I actually put it back on. Alright, so we're just going to set that aside. Now, to make this cute little thing that I made to decorate this with, all I did was I took 3 of these flowers. I already did 2 of them here to get a head start to show you guys. I just popped off the flower and the leaves, and then there's like a little plastic piece in the leaves, and I popped that off too, just to get rid of the bulk. Take that little piece out. And this one's not going to cooperate. There we go. So you just have the fabric part of the leaf, and this one's not a very nice one, but... And the best way to do these, to attach your Velcro and stuff when you're doing the floral things or whatever decorations, is to put some leaves behind it, because that will hide the Velcro strip. So then I just glue that onto here. This one has like little marks in it, but I'm not using this one anyway on this wreath. Just glue that on there, and then I like to cut this piece off. There's like a little nubby thing there. Cut that down real short and put a little bit of glue in here, because that kind of is what holds this whole thing together. And I'm always afraid it's going to fall apart. Alright, so then you're going to end up with 3 of those. And then you're just going to take them and put them up against each other and figure out how you want them to lay. And then we're just going to glue those together. We're going to glue those 2 together like that. And I'm going to take this one over here. I got glue webs flying here. This one here, I think that looks good. And then we're just going to glue that one to this one. Now these will be a little wobbly when you first make them, but once you get finished, because see now it's kind of still nice and flat. You kind of want to keep it flat for when you put your Velcro on there. And then I also took the gypso and I just cut a few pieces of these off. And then we're just going to glue that on. Whoops, see, I'm not waiting until this cools down here. It's still very hot. I just want to show you guys how I put it together. There we go. Let me just hold that while I'm doing this. And just figure out where you want these and just glue them right on the back too, just like that. So it'll look, so they're just like peeking out. And then after you glue those on, you're going to take your Velcro, glue that over top of everything right in the middle of your leaves. So it'll be, let me move these. They'll imagine they're there. And we're just going to glue that right on there like that. And I'm going to sit those down because they're still not cooled off. So then after you do that, you just have, the back will just look something like this. And then I kind of wanted to wait here before I put any more of this Velcro on to figure out where I want my next Velcro piece. So I'm going to stick the bow on here. It's just that simple. And we'll fluff that up a little bit to make it look like a pretty bow. Just like that. And now this, I think I want them right about here. So let's see. So that's going to be like right about here. So I'm going to glue down this piece of, and it depends on what size you want to make your Velcro strips, depending on what you're, using to decorate with. You kind of got to stay within that size for all your decorations. So we'll put that one there and let it cool. And then my little heart here. So let's see, I need another piece of this Velcro. Did I cut one? Yes, I did. And this is the sticky side, this is the smooth side. So I think I want that right about there. Yes, that looks good. So we're going to take our Velcro strip, glue that one on that side. Now these will just stay on here like forever. And things glue really well to the jute string. Once that's glued on there, they are pretty much going to stay. Alright, so let's let those cool off. And then I'll show you the other decorations too that I made for this. I mean, the sky's the limit. You could do whatever you want it to on these, but I love the wooden cutouts. Alright, so now all you have to do is take your little decoration and stick it onto your Velcro like that. And then we have our little heart over here, and that will stick on this side. Or, I don't like it that way. I think I want it to go more in this way. Yeah, I think I do like it better like that. And you could make these longer, you can make them go all the way around, or whatever you want to do. But you kind of want to keep the weight even on both sides, so it hangs nice and straight. But I think that'll look really cute hanging over the cans that I did with the nautical rope, and I put flowers in that. And then you can change the flowers in the cans to match your flowers that you have on your little wreath. Alright, so that is for Valentine's Day. So once Valentine's is over, I think the next one is Easter. So you just pop those off. Now for Easter, I made this little one same way. I just glued 3 leaves on the bottom so it covers up where your Velcro is. And then I glued everything to the leaves. And then I added on one of the little carrots from the Dollar Tree. All this stuff is from the Dollar Tree. So that will go right here after Valentine's Day. And then I just took one of the wooden eggs. These are another one of the ornaments from the Dollar Tree. And I glued on some paper from a paper pad that I had and added some stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. So that will go right there. And then I made this bow out of this pretty ribbon. I believe this ribbon came from the Dollar Tree also, that I got there last year. I don't know if I've seen this year, but there's all kinds of pretty bows out there that you can, or ribbons rather, that you can make these little bows with. And I made that bow the same way. I just used 2 instead of just the 1, and then that will go right on the top. So there. So then we're ready for Easter. And then for the rest of the spring, after Easter has passed, we're just going to pop those back off. Take off our bow. I'm just holding this now because I'm not quite sure if that's all cooled off yet. And then I put some of these yellow roses together. These are so pretty. These are the small ones that they have at the Dollar Tree, and I think they're really nice. And I made this the same way as I did the one for Valentine's Day. So that one will go right here, like so. And then this is another one of the wooden ornaments that I think you get a 5-pack from the Dollar Tree. And on this one I just decoupaged a napkin on there that had a pretty little birdie and stuff, and it had the little yellow flowers, and then I just tied a jute bow in the hole there and put my Velcro on. So that'll go over here. I think I want it facing in. And then for this one, I just made one of the jute bows. I've showed you guys how I do this lots of times. I just take the string, wrap it around my finger, and then tie it in the middle, nice and tight. And then you just have this little bow. And this is one of, like, I guess it's a paper flower. I got these at Michael's. And then I had these little like pearl gems things, or whatever they are, that I had gotten from AliExpress, that I just glued one of those in the middle and put the Velcro on the back. So that will match for the rest, I think, of the year until we hit fall, and I can't wait to do some fall ones. So I have all my fall stuff packed away. But that is what will carry me through, I think, pretty much the summer. And if you don't like the little heart facing that way, you can turn it and have it facing this way, or you can pop it off and have it going straight up and down. Whatever you want to do. So I thought this was a really fun idea. I am going to fix my thing back here now, because it's way too long. But I like to do that last. So I'm going to make this pretty short because it's going to hang on a little nail behind it downstairs. And that's it. That should work out just fine. And hopefully I won't see it because it's going to be up high. But anyway, that is my little project for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to stick back on my Valentine decorations to go down there. And then I will try to get a picture of it to put on the end here after I hang it up over my little cans that I had decorated. Take that off and get rid of the heart. I don't know why, but that bow up there is kind of reminding me of like Minnie Mouse. But there we go. That is what will be hanging there for Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you all next time. Have a great day, everybody.